was able to recover and play a pretty important part in Essendon's win. Bad mistake by Jinky. He was actually ripped off the ground after this. O'Donnell had a very good match again. He just chips in with his 15 kicks and 7 or 8 handballs each week, and he kicked a couple of goals yesterday. This man was brilliant. His acceleration, his pinpoint accuracy was a highlight of the match. He's a goal-kicking rover. He plays the corridors, and in many ways he was the difference in that third quarter. He ignited. This was a passage of play that was memorable. Kickett has such vision, and so does Buick, and now to Long, and he was able to finish it off on the run, and Essendon was in full flight. It was terrific to see, and they have some skillful players, and Kickett and Buick amongst them. Well, Brereton, I wasn't surprised he did this on Flood. He caught Flood by completely flat-footed here. He was probably just outside his range, and well, he telegraphed it a bit, didn't he? But he was able to still get around and kick the goal, and we felt at that stage that might lift Hawthorn. But Brereton playing cameo roles at the moment because of his lack of fitness, and he was unable to really fulfil the match. Salmon looked a bit lucky to get that one, but he did kick 6 goals. He played particularly well. He's had a bit of criticism in the last couple of weeks, Paul Salmon, and he responded quite superbly yesterday in the best manner possible. This was the incident right at the end of the match where Dean Bailey was concussed. Dermot Brereton, what looked to be a legitimate shirt front, the side.
Better when Darren Buick is performing. Paul Salmon came back yesterday, and I felt that he took over a leadership role with 6 goals. And Chris Danaher, who's a very tough player, been around at Essendon for a long time, was a wonderful player yesterday too. Essendon started with real purpose yesterday. They'd injected a lot more run in their team. They had Denham, Buick, Izzard, Long and Wanganeen, and Kickett were providing movement all over the ground. Hawthorn hit back in the second quarter, and as they so often do in the past years, appeared to be heading for a victory against Essendon, but Essendon steadied, and just before half-time I felt that they'd swung the game back towards them. In the third quarter, the floodgates opened. Essendon were given too much latitude all over the ground. I felt that Hawthorn could have tightened up on Buick, who appeared to be on his own for most of that quarter. Salmon was instrumental down in the forward line, and really Essendon won the game in the clinches, in the 6-inch department around the packs. They really were getting the ball away in those areas.
Kickett's been given a role recently where he had to contain opponents. What was he given yesterday?
Well, he started on Jarman in the centre, and he played a bit of in defence also. And I felt that he played a very good disciplined game yesterday.
Dean Wallace' performance from last week to yesterday, much improved.
Yeah, well, Dean Wallace is a player who's been around a long time, and I've always felt that he's had a lot of ability. Last week he played poorly against Collingwood, but he hasn't played much football in a lot of years, and I think Essendon need to persevere with him. He played quite well, started in the back line, then went to the forward line, and provided a bit of life for them up there.
Kevin, one of the things that's been levelled against you is, do you accept versatility and adaptability rather than settled positions?
I think that the tactics of football and the strategies in footy in the next 5 years are going to really hold sway, and the coaches' boxes at the present time are really into chess football and strategy, and I think that that's where footy's going.